Happy Monday. So the topic today, what is spiritual work? And I have to say this video was brought to you by my mother because I often kind of tell her what my videos are about. She may not watch them all the time because she hears me talk often enough. But when I do talk about them, she's like, well, what is spiritual work? One day she said that. And I was really annoyed, when she asked me, I'm like, what do you mean, what is spiritual work? But she was saying, I hear you talk about it and I don't know what it is. And I'm like, And I had to think about it. And the truth was that when I first started hearing it, I didn't know what it was, but I always heard them say, you have to do the work. Are you doing the work? Y'all need to get to work. Get to work. I kept on hearing all this work that people were supposed to do, but I didn't understand it. Because my understanding of spirituality probably before then was just kind of the feel-good understanding of spirituality. You feel little tingles in your body. Oh, your ancestors are with you. Everything is so beautiful. Oh, that's like the feeling when you think about spirituality. There's this unseen love that surrounds you in love and light. And then when you actually start meditating or you start recording your dreams, and then you start seeing things that aren't all love and light, and you start to see like the fullness of you, all the things that comprise you, you realize, okay, I need to do something. And that's where spiritual work comes in. And you usually, and I talked about this last week with shadow work, and so that's why I'm kind of building upon this. What is spiritual work? Well, spiritual work is what you do once you start to know everything that comprises you. You learn a lot of that through recording your dreams. If you do dream, if you record your dreams, you start to see all the patterns and symbols and thoughts that are rushing through your subconscious mind, because your dreams are a way of your subconscious mind talking to you. And then when you're meditating and you begin to have visions, you begin to have kind of these messages coming through, once again, you are unlocking the messages of your subconscious mind. So the more and more you're able to do that, you're able to kind of see yourself in a more honest way and see who you are, instead of kind of trying to run from who you are by being all, woogie saying, oh, everything is beautiful, love and light. That's not what spiritual work is about. Spiritual work is about actually tapping into that subconscious mind. That essentially your subconscious mind rules your whole experience and how you experience everything. So when you're able to tap into your subconscious mind and begin to shift and reprogram and shape things, then you're actually truly doing spiritual work. The thing is that to tap into your subconscious mind, it's not just going to be through praying it away or doing a beautiful yoga posture. You actually have to do some real work, and that is knowing your triggers, shaping things. So some examples of spiritual work that I've actually given you so far, because I like to give people working models. So that's why my mom was like, what's spiritual? I said, what do you mean with spiritual work? I've been giving people things to do the whole time. So, but people may not realize that. So when I gave you the mudras, that was a form of spiritual work. Working to tap into different parts of your body and then begin to program it with certain thoughts that you want to have. You're working with symbols. Your body becomes the symbol, and now you're imprinting your subconscious mind with brand new symbols and brand new programming. And if you realize, I was telling you to also create your own mudras. Then I had to create your own mantra video. Creating your own mantra video, you are kind of shifting the language and creating your own language to tap in once again into your subconscious mind. You're not going to tap into your subconscious mind just with simple English or whatever your language is. You need to find symbols, and you have to almost trick the mind, because you're tripping your conscious mind, which is like the blocker that will say, oh no, that's not true, that's not true. Somebody even say it's almost like your ego, but it's like, oh, that's not true, that's not true. And you're finding a way to break through that through the symbols and through language and made up language and stuff like that. Then you do things like rituals. So you can work with crystals. Crystals are a beautiful tool. Whether they are actually magical, whether they really have all this energy, or that the fact that they are so different from the norm, it can help you program and do things in a different way, it's still effective. It's all about doing something out of the ordinary to get extraordinary results, okay? Then, you do things like random rituals. Now, I'm not going to tell you what I've done with these, but if you can't tell, these are some of my my locks that I've cut at some point. I do rituals with hair. I do rituals with all kinds of things. And I can tell you that the more bizarre of a ritual that I do, the more effective it is. Meaning the more like, what in the world am I doing right now? The more effective it is. And I'll be inspired to do all kinds of random stuff while I'm doing it. Once again, I'm tapping into my subconscious mind to reprogram it. And I know what I'm reprogramming, and I know what I am triggering or going towards through meditation, through dream work, and through me exploring my full self and exploring my mind. The other thing that that I want to kind of help explain to you, like, well, why would I need to do this? Why is this important? Is this just, you know, a waste of time? Well, if doing this stuff was a waste of time, there'd be no such thing as TV, there'd be no such thing as media, there'd be no such thing as advertising, logos, symbols, there'd be no such thing as religion, there'd be no such thing as any of the stuff that you're surrounded by every day if imprinting your subconscious mind wasn't important. Because you're already being programmed. So doing spiritual work makes you the main programmer, and that should be your goal. At least I hope it would be your goal. And so that is what spiritual work really, truly, truly is. It's you working to become the main programmer of your subconscious mind, which in turn affects your experience of life and your experience of the world, and the world around you. And you do have powerful effects when you become the main operator. Until you are not that, you just are a part of just this mess in the world. And some things will be great and some things maybe will not be, but tapping into yourself right away and becoming that main programmer, you'll find that it's worth it. And the work that you do is worth it. So whether you learn candle magic, whether you learn how to do rituals, whether you are meditating and using mantras, whether you're using mudras, whether you are going to be using yoga. Next week I'm going to do a video on how to use yoga to reprogram your subconscious mind. Whether you're doing any of these things, you are working to become the main programmer and not all the people who have programmed you along the way. You begin to decide how I want this whole thing to go for myself. I mean, that's how it works. So I hope that helps, and I hope it clears up any questions about what is really spiritual work and why you even do it. Okay, and you have a beautiful week, and wait for next week to watch that video about yoga, because I think it's going to be a really great video for a lot of people who I think it will give you more creative ideas on how you too can use what you do already to do your own spiritual work. I think that's the most important. Do something that means something to you, because you're going to have more of a handle on how to be creative with it. So I'm using yoga because I do yoga every day. So of course I'm going to figure out how in the world can I make this work for me more magically, instead of just making my body flexible. Okay. Bye-bye. Have a great week. Magic.